Elon Musk, who some people like him, some don't, but he's not a dummy. He's a very successful business person. He's got a top secret security clearance. President Trump issued an executive order, and he turned to Mr. Musk, and he said, Mr. Musk, I want you to do for me what I said I was going to do in the election. I want you to go through all the spending. But I'll tell you what Mr. Musk discovered. I find it fascinating. He discovered that the American taxpayers are giving money to Afghanistan. He found that we are giving money to Yemen. He found that we are giving money to Syria. I didn't know that. Some of our foreign aid is going to Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria. He found that the USAID has 10,000 people, 10,000 people, employees, and every year they give away $40 billion. He found that the USAID gave money to support electric vehicles in Vietnam. Our money, taxpayer money. He found that USAID gave money to a transgender clinic in India. I didn't know that. I bet you the American people didn't know that. He found that the USAID gave $1.5 million to a Serbian LGBTQ group called Grupa Izladaji. Anyway, they got $1.5 million to, quote, advance diversity, equity, inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities. What else did Mr. Musk found that my colleagues don't want to talk about? Well, he reviewed a study and then went and checked it. The study was done by the Middle East Forum. They found that USAID spent $164 million to support radical organizations around the world. We're not talking Cub Scout troops here. We're talking about radical organizations around the world. They gave $122 million of that to groups aligned with foreign terrorist organizations. Our taxpayer money. According to this report in Mr. Musk, the USAID has given millions of dollars to, quote, organizations in Gaza controlled by Hamas. Why aren't my colleagues talking about that? Recipients of the money, they found, have, quote, called for their lands to be cleansed from the impurity of Jews. That's what we're giving foreign aid to. He found that we gave $2 million, USAID did, for sex changes in Guatemala. He found that we gave $20 million to produce a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. He found that we gave $4.5 million of taxpayer money to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. He found that we gave $10 million, USAID did, of meals to an al-Qaeda-linked terrorist group called the Nusra Front. Mr. Musk found that we gave $7.9 million of taxpayer money to a project that would teach Sri Lankan journalists to avoid binary gendered language. The USAID took $8 million and gave it to a bunch of journalists in Sri Lanka to teach them how to avoid binary gendered language. I don't know what the hell binary gendered language is. I think I do. You think most taxpayers would support that? Why aren't we talking about that? The USAID gave $1.5 million to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. They gave $1.5 million to rebuild the Cuban media ecosystem. They gave $1.5 million for, quote, art for inclusion of people with disabilities in Belarus. Another $3.9 million for LGBT causes in Macedonia. $8.3 million for equity and inclusion education in Nepal. I could go all night. And many of my colleagues are upset. They're really mad at Mr. Musk. Hell, I think we ought to give him a medal.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's 2025. The year, it's only been a month and people's crashing out. But it is what it is. This year is the year of healing and prosperity. I think so. You know, you focus on your family. You focus on your needs, your goals. It's all about just reinventing yourself, you know, just reinventing yourself. It's all about you doing things what's best for you and your loved ones. If you got little ones, you know, doing what's better for them, because, you know, we've been through so much over these past few years. And it's just time to just reinvent yourself. That's the best thing I could tell you. I mean, we're going through a reset, a change. And change, you know, at the beginning of change is not always good. Sometimes change could be a little rocky for others, but it is what it is. It's all about you doing things out of the ordinary because you've been so comfortable with this system, and the system is being resetted into another system for you to move forward, because a lot of things that been happening, a lot of people been so comfortable with that old system. It's a new system now. It's a reset for a new system, and the best thing you can do is just adapt and learn to improve. Because if you sit there and think that the old system is gonna work, the old system ain't gonna work. That's why you see a lot of stuff going on with a lot of people getting fired, a lot of companies, a lot of businesses, a lot of money is being sent to where it shouldn't be sent, or being used on something is not being used. The Democratic Party's been wasting a lot of money. See, Elon Musk been exposing the dog. That company is exposing a lot of the stuff that the Democratic Party has been doing, and been sending all the money to all the other places that didn't need to be sent. You know, you could have, it was like over, I think over a couple $1 trillion. You know, that's a lot of money that it could have been used for this country. You know, we could have did a lot of things with that money. Our taxpayer dollars been sent overseas, used for stuff that's not even been, it's unnecessary spending. And a lot of, you know, the Trump in his administration is checking to see where all his money's been going, where all of our tax dollars been going. So salute to that, you know, because hopefully we get reimbursed. Hopefully the tax money that they've been spending, our tax money, hopefully we get reimbursed. It would be a beautiful thing if we did get reimbursed for that money is being used for stuff that is not for the American people, you know. So this year, it's all about reinventing yourself and just doing what's best for you and your loved ones. I know that change for others, it might not be as good, but the change is change. It's either you make the progress to better your life, or you get left behind. That's the part of change. You can't sit around and think. You can't sit around and think that someone's gonna take care of you. It's not always. I mean, the system, the old system was designed to take care of you, but this system is designed to push you to do better for yourself. We got to go back to the old ways of where we had our own properties. We passed down properties to families. We got to go back to communities, to community hangouts, communities. We need to be turn back into a real community again. And I mean, our money's been spent to places that we didn't need it to be spent. And I think that the best thing we can do is reinvent ourselves. That's it. It's 2025, and that's it.